Oh, look what we have today. We are continuing with our March theme of things with wings. And as you can see, this is very whimsical. This is a really easy, quick win. If you don't have time, this one's going to be great for you if you don't have a lot of time. And so we're just going to jump right in. And I am starting with a color in my palette that's called Rose Red from my Mei Liang set. And this whole idea came from Terry Runyan. I will link her below. She's got a YouTube channel, Instagram, maybe some other things. Anyway, she had this little thing that she called From Blobs to Birds. I can't remember. I think it was a little class that I took of hers. Anyway, it was a while ago. So that sheet of paper you saw in the beginning, that was my first attempt when I took her class or watched her video, whatever it was. But okay, let me just tell you what I'm doing here. So I went ahead and added some cadmium yellow while my rose red is still wet because I want all of these colors to blend together. And then for the tail, I mixed together fresh blue and a little bit of black. Again, everything is still wet. I'm purposefully letting it blend together. You can see how the colors are just bleeding into one another, and I love that. That's one of the things that makes watercolors superior to all other mediums. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Okay. That is all dry now. You can see it dries lighter as watercolors do. And coming in with my size 10 jelly roll just to add some details. This is where you can just get creative, get playful, and just have fun. Now, these jelly roll pens, I love them. I use them in almost every painting, but sometimes I have to layer them. So right now I'm putting in the eyes, and I'm purposefully making them different sizes because I want him to be really whimsical and funny. And so you can see it's pretty good coverage. You can also let it dry and come in and try to do another layer. I remember I did that with my first set of these blob birds. And now I'm just coming over to the tail, and just adding some random lines. I thought I'd add some dots and just a little dash lines on that little bird's tummy and chest. You can just add any markings you want. And I'm going to show you some things at the end of the video too, some other birds I've done in the past. Anyway, so now I'm coming in after those eyes are dry to try to layer them, and it's just not working. It's just kind of picking itself up. So I'm actually going to bring in my acrylic marker, and you don't have to do that, obviously. They were fine the way they were, but I just want them to be a little bit brighter. In the first set of birds I ever did, I did not have acrylic markers yet. And so I'm just going to go over some of these white parts with my acrylic marker. I was going to do the dashes, but I'm going to leave them, except maybe just add a couple more at the bottom here. And then I'm going to grab a black fine liner, and I'm starting with a size 2. You can use whatever size you want. I end up going over this because this was a little bit too thin for me. And just make the legs do whatever. You can just do long, lanky legs. You can do short, stubby legs. I'm giving mine knees because I want to, and kind of just make him look like he's walking. And, it's not, is that leg that's straight way shorter than the other one? Yes, it is, but that's okay. We can just pretend it's the back leg, so part of it's covered by his body. Anyway, doesn't matter. That's the beauty about being whimsical. So anyway, I'm bringing in my size 8 now, which is just a little bit bigger of a nib, and I'm going to just make those legs a little bit darker because they make me laugh. Go ahead and add my beak now. Just, again, have fun with this. Make it long, make it short. And I'll show you some varying beaks at the end, like I said. Just a sketchbook project I did a while back. Adding some eyeballs. This is what I thought of the first time I did this guy, because I kind of tried to recreate my one from before. He looks like he's saying, "What you talking about, Willis?" I don't know. That's just where my brain goes. Gave him some fun little hair. And I forgot to record, but I did add some little blush on his cheeks with just a pink colored pencil. It's not a watercolor pencil, just colored pencil, because I wanted him to be blushing. And then for the ground, to just kind of give him a little something to walk on, I'm using a watered down Payne's Gray. And that is it. So I'm going to sign it, and this is number 12 of 52. I mentioned at the beginning of the video, if you don't have a lot of time, this is a great one for you, which is true. But let me tell you, if you do have a lot of time, do a bunch of these and just have fun with colors and shapes and sizes. You can just do a bunch on one sheet, make some greeting cards, whatever you'd like. Okay, I told you I was going to show you an old sketchbook of mine just to give you ideas. I'm just flipping through it really quickly to show you different markings I did, different shapes I did, different beak sizes. And you can see his little short legs, and there's one with glasses, and some have longer legs than others, and this guy cracks me up and has a top hat. And anyway, you can see the beak, and just to give you ideas. Obviously, were not blob birds per se, but just some fun, whimsical birds. But all right, I hope you enjoy this. Have fun. I really hope you'll share in the community so that we can all see what you come up with. I can already tell I'm going to love what I see, because how can you not? These are great. There's no mistakes here. I mean, truly, if you think you made a mistake, just chalk it up to whimsy. That's what I do. That's my whole art practice. All right, have fun with this. And yeah, just remember, it's not that serious. In fact, maybe you noticed on that sheet I showed you at the beginning of this video that there's a cat. That's because I couldn't figure out how to make it a bird. Just have fun with it. Okay, share in the community if you feel comfortable doing that. All right, we'll see you next week.